We've launched our website. We've launched an alpha version of it, let's say, and we've launched a couple of sections of content. So in the example here, we can see it's a local Gov Drupal website, and let's pretend we've launched maybe the planning department only, as well as maybe the homepage. Now we want to let our other departments, so we'd say the licensing department and the environment department and the housing department, they all want to start adding their content, but don't want to make it live just yet. They don't want to make it live until it's all ready and publishable in one go. Well, that's what Drupal's Workspaces module is for. Let's have a look at how it works. Just before we get onto it, I'm also using the Workspaces extra module as well. So, DDev, Composer require Drupal/WSE Workspace extra. Okay, let's get down to business here. Extend. Let's see what we're going to install. We're going to install the Workspaces module from Drupal core, the Workspaces extras module, and what we want to enable along with this is Workspaces menu. So inside our workspace, we can add or remove menu items and reorder menu items, and also Workspaces preview. So we can send preview links to other stakeholders that may not have an account on the website to see what the workspace is going to look like, or what the content is going to look like before it gets published. We could add things like Workspaces scheduler, so on a specific date and time, the workspace will go live. I'm happy to leave that off just for now. Okay, let's click install. Now we get this new button here, so we're in the live workspace at the moment. We can change any content in this environment, and if we do, then that will update immediately. So we'll call this update 1 and save this. Okay, let me copy this. I'm going to go to a private browser and paste that here. So we can see that update 1 is here. That's because we're in the live environment. If we were then to, let's come back here to our admin area inside live, we've got this, oh, this is a bit ugly, isn't it? So this is a stage, this is a separate environment where we stage content if we want, and we've got live up here. Not overly happy with how this looks. Let's have a look here. We'll come to configuration, we'll come down to workflow, we'll come down to workspaces. We'll come to our settings here, and I'm going to click on use the simplified workspace switcher in the toolbar. Watch what happens when we do this. Click save, and then if I click on live, now here we go. Now I can change from a live to stage or whatever other environment I want to, and I can also then use the add new workspace and view all workspaces and manage them from here. This is much nicer. Another setting I'm going to switch on as well is disable sub workspaces. So we have the concept in Drupal that you can have workspaces inside workspaces. I think that's a little bit complex, so let's just switch it off. So either you're in a workspace or you're not in a workspace. Let's not overly think the issue. I'm going to save that. Our preview links, so when we send a link to somebody that doesn't have an account on the website, how long is that preview link going to stay available? So instead of 8 hours, I'm going to say it's available for 10 days. Okay, I think this is setting up workspaces kind of nice. Let's have a look back here, and we'll view all workspaces. And I'm going to delete the staging workspace. Why am I going to delete the staging workspace? Because nobody knows what's supposed to go into it in our council, let's say. But we do know that the information for housing will go into a workspace called housing. So this makes sense. And we know that the information for environment will go inside the environment workspace. Now what happens is the content editors from the environment department, they can come along and they can click here and choose environment, and the content editors from the housing department can come along and choose housing. And any content you add inside either of these environments will not be available to anybody until we publish this workspace. Let's see this in action. So if we come to, let's see, where am I? I'm in the housing environment here at the moment. Let's say add a new service landing page, and we'll call this housing landing page. Let's pop a little bit of content into it here. Top tasks, we know how they all work. Let's just, we can leave those off. I'm going to publish this page here, and I'm going to save it. We get an error. The review date entity can only be saved in the default workspace. What we will need to do for this is come back to our page, switch off the content reviewed toggle, and save it. We can switch it back on once we publish the workspace. So here's the housing landing page. Let's also create then a housing sub-landing page. And the parent of this is a housing landing page. We'll call this a housing sub-landing page. And set this to published as well. Turn off the content reviewed and save it. And now we'll add a service page. So the parent of this is going to be the housing sub-landing page. And it's going to be housing service page. We call it 1. All right, this looks good to me. Switch off this, save this. And then we're going to come back to our housing sub-landing page and maybe give it a child. So the child pages. Here we go. And we might go to our housing landing page and give that a child page as well. Okay. So let's see. We've now got what? Housing landing page, housing sub landing page, and a housing service page. And if I try to click on any of these when I am logged out of the website, we get a page not found. This is exactly what we want. So our housing editors can continue to add all their housing content until they're ready to publish that workspace. At the same time, if I was an environment editor, I can click on my environment, and I can add content, let's see, service landing page, and we call this environment landing page. Now I'm only going to create this. I won't go for sub landing page and things like that as well. Okay, so let's have a look at this now. So this should also give us a page not found. It does. Looks very good. And then we can come back to our housing departments. Want to manage the workspace, and we can see we've created a service landing page, a service sub landing page, a service page, some URLs and things like that. We might even inside this area come to our menu and let's see our main navigation. Let's add a new link in here for housing, and this can link to the housing landing page. Okay, let's have a look back now at what we've got. So there should be a menu. Here it is, a custom menu link as well. Now I'm going to look at my logged out page. Still get the page not found. I don't see any menu link up here. And then if we're ready with all of this, we can look through it one final time. Then I can click publish content. So 7 items are going to be published to the housing department. So 1 menu link, 3 URL aliases, 3 pieces of content. If I click publish now, this will delete the workspace after it's published. So if you want to keep the workspace because you might want to do more work with it after you've published it, you can click clone the workspace details into a new draft. So if you want to keep it, click on that. If you don't want to keep it, take it off. I'm going to say we don't want to keep it. We have all the housing content that we want and we're happy with it. Let's click publish. Now we don't have a housing workspace anymore. We can find it here in the closed area. And we could revert it if we wanted to say, oh, actually that shouldn't have gone live. Let's put it back again. Let's see which one is our open ones. And now if I'm logged out here and I click to refresh this page, there we go. Our housing landing page is now published. Our menu item is in the menu. Our sub landing page is also published, and our service page is published. So all of the things we need are all published at the same time, all from the live website. Let's see what else then we might want to do. So we've got some stakeholders and they want to make sure they can see the environment landing page and also the environment sub landing page and the whole section in one go before it goes live, but they don't have an account on the website yet. Well, that's where we can use the preview link. So if we're looking here at the environment, the only thing we've got in this environment is we've got a URL alias and we've got a service landing page created. So what we can do with this is find the preview link. Which one is it? I think it's this one. Yeah, the first one. So this one here is the general preview link we have in local gov Drupal from the preview link module. This one here is the one that comes with Workspaces extra. So just make sure we've got the right one, not this one here. We want this one here. So expiry, this is going to last for 10 days. You can change that yourself to 14 days or 1 day, whatever you want. We'll happy to leave it at 10. I'm going to generate this a custom link, and I'm going to click here to copy it. Now watch what will happen. If I come here, let's see, I need to close this for 1 second. Create another private browser, and I'm logged out, and I'm the head of a department, and I don't have a page. I don't have an account on the Drupal website. But, oh, access denied. What's after happening here? Let's come back to our permissions. People, permissions, Workspaces, preview. Where is that? Here. Access workspace previews. Let's say anonymous users and authenticate. So everybody can access the previews. And if we come back here and refresh the page now, we should be able to see we should be able to see our environment, I think it was, yeah. So we've got environment landing page. So there you go. This works. This is pretty cool. Whatever content goes in there will be visible. And what we can see then as well, if we look at our storage, we get a WSE preview. So that just sets a cookie to say that this particular browser can look at all the content, even the stuff that's in the workspace, until that cookie is deleted or expires, which will be in our case 10 days. So that's it. That's a basic kind of quick look at how we create sections for the website and publish whole sections in one go.